I hope everybody's having a great day. Stay happy, stay positive. Folks, you will not believe, okay, some of the things that are happening to me right now. You know, folks, it's totally impossible dealing with a drunk who thinks he's not a drunk. But that's another story I gotta tell you about it, okay? Because I got some experience about sober living, all right? Alcoholics and drug addicts and so forth, all right? You're gonna wanna hear this, folks, because I'm sure all of you, okay, who have experienced going through the insidious disease of being an addict or an alcoholic, all right? There's my girl, Cindy. How are you, honey? Great to see you. Folks, before I get into Sean Combs or P. Diddy or whatever you want to call him, okay? It's so many content creators are out there telling stories about him, when he's going to be released, this and that, HIV, he's giving it to people, okay? And a lot of people make up shit. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of all the content creators, book authors, the print freaking lies, and publishing companies allow this shit. What kind of world are we living in? Social media is destroying human nature. I remember, there's my friend Greek Paulie from Australia. Thank you, mate, for being here. Okay? Folks, one thing about me, I get people from all around the world. Okay? And there's John Cooper again. Good morning, John. All right? Lake Effect. Geek Paulie, subscribe. Thank you, Greek Paulie, for that there. Folks, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And please, hit that like button, okay? I hate asking you, but I gotta do it, okay? I mean, I got to, because sometimes you gotta tell people what to do. They don't know what to do. But they know how to go and watch all the liars. But over here, you only get truth. Okay? Look at folks, I told you about this book yesterday. The Butcher. Not a goddamn word in it is true about Tommy Patera. Okay? But you're going to see a lot of things coming out because I am going to assist Tommy and his family to bring out the truth about this bullshit book, okay, that everybody's talking about, okay? All those gangsters, all those mob historians, they don't know shit. But you're going to hear it, all right? You know, folks, let's talk about Sean Combs. This is from the Bureau of Prisons. See that? Can you see it? Bureau of Prisons. Sean Combs, registered number 37452-054. 56 years old, black, male. Release date is February 8th, 2028. See it right there, folks? Let's show it again. February 8th, 2028. However, okay, from everything that I've seen, he has completed his drug course. Okay? Which he's going to get time off for that. So it's really possible with the drug course, good time, and everything else, he could be out by this coming February or March. Okay? So that's the truth about it, folks. Okay? Now, everybody says, oh, he's going to get indicted for unaliving Tupac and Biggie. It's what everybody's saying. It's not going to happen. He will not be indicted because you cannot indict on hearsay. There's my gal Stacy. How are you, honey? Great to see you. All right. Great. Paulie wants to know how old I am. If I lied to you and I told you I was 65, all right, would you believe me? But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm 81 years old, Great Paulie, and thank you for subscribing. I seriously appreciate that there. Okay? And anybody else here, when you subscribe, if you're new to my channel, leave a comment, let me know so I can give you a shout out. Okay? I appreciate it. Folks, you know one thing about me, I tell you the truth. And sometimes I might be wrong about a subject. And when I am wrong, if you know I'm wrong, tell me about it. I will correct it. Okay? It's the kind of guy I am. Okay? I do that there. All right, there's Texas Proud. How are you, Texas? How you doing today? Okay? I could be your older brother, Lou. Come on, KK, comment. KK, who are you? All right, how old? I just said I was 81 years old. So let's stop with how old I am. Okay? It's all there in my profile. It's all there in my book. Okay? I'll show you my book in a minute. Okay? All right, let's first why he will not be charged with the unaliving of Tupac and Biggie. Okay? The reason being is there's no proof. You got Keefe D, who's going to go on trial for the unaliving of Tupac in Las Vegas. State case, not a federal case. Okay? Now they've investigated up and down. Keefe D is saying, all right? And other people say about a meeting that happened at Greenblatt's Delicatessen. They used to be up here on Sunset Boulevard. I know it very well. All right? And he's saying that he paid $1 million. Supposedly, he got $500,000. Can he show where that $500,000 is? Can he show who gave him that $500,000? No. He hasn't done that. Huh? JD, I can pass for 72? Look, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I tell the girls I'm 65. Okay? Don't tell nobody now, okay? Sometimes you gotta be a little, you gotta do. I still love women. What could I say? All my life I loved him, and I still love him now. Okay? So, yeah, Zip had the money. Zip is dead. He's no longer here. So you can't use him. Huh? So, what do they got? They got nothing. What do they got about Biggie? Oh, he stopped him from going to London. All right? All right? Sheridan, I got the energy of a 50-year-old, to be honest with you. Okay? And the Lord is good to me. God bless. Okay? I'm so thankful that I wake up every morning and that I'm able to come to here and give you 81 years of wisdom. And I do my best to give it to you and help out all our young people to become better people. Okay? Huh? Jamie Raz asked me, and he's 50, what's the most important thing I ever learned? Well, number one, you all know that I was involved in organized crime. My father taught me at a very, very young age never to snitch. And in my entire life, I have never snitched or ratted anybody out. Nobody's ever gotten arrested, gone to prison, got indicted because of me. There's only maybe 2 other people that can say that on YouTube, okay? This kid Ferrante and Joey Merlino. That's all I could think of, okay? So, that's it. I'm not going to talk about those rats, folks, okay? Now, I seen somebody, another content creator, how did he give HIV to this person, that person? Do you know that you could be sued if you give HIV to somebody? I bet you didn't know that. All right? Let me read it to you. Yes, you can be prosecuted. Over 30 U.S. states and many countries have laws specifically criminalizing the exposure or transmission of HIV. In jurisdictions with HIV-specific laws, you can still be prosecuted under general criminal codes, such as aggravated assault or reckless endangerment. See the kind of laws they got in this country? These laws generally apply if you know you have HIV and you fail to disclose your status to sexual partners. Share needle or donate blood or organ. Prosecutions can occur even if the virus was not actually transmitted. Because state and local laws vary significantly in how they define transmission, intent and penalties, consulting an attorney is crucial. Okay, the word intent is the big word. It's a very, very tough case to prove in court. And thus far, of all these people claiming they got HIV from Diddy, I don't see any lawsuits from people because of it. You know why, folks? They got to prove that Diddy had intent to give them HIV. They have to prove that Diddy knew that he had HIV. These are all tough things to prove in court. All right? Now, what if I gave the flu to somebody else? Yeah. Have any of you ever given the flu, had the flu, and somebody was around you, then they got the flu? Happens all the time. Yeah. You can technically be sued or face criminal charges for intentionally affecting someone with a serious illness. You see how the laws work? Here again, I have never heard of anybody being sued for giving the flu to somebody or giving a cold to somebody. Okay? Very tough and improbable that they would win in a court of law. All right? So, all you content creators talking about Diddy and his HIV, yeah, Diddy wasn't a good guy. But the jury did find him guilty of certain things and not what everybody wanted. But that's the system, all right? Stacy wants to know what I'm eating today. I don't know yet. All right, I gotta be honest with you. Okay? For breakfast, I did have 2 poached steaks and a slice of toast. That was my breakfast. I don't know if I'll eat something else again today. All right? Because when you get older, you don't eat as much anymore. So, folks, come on. Let's smash that like button. Okay? Try doing something for me. I appreciate it. I seriously do. Try to help me over here. Okay? It don't cost you a goddamn penny to hit a like button. Don't be so lazy, folks. I know you got the energy. If I got the energy to come here, all right, and give you my advice, my wisdom, things that I've done in my life, and you're going to see a lot of it, folks. I got about 3 interviews lined up this week. People be interviewing me. You're going to be able to find them on YouTube. All right, so I'm very active, old man. All right? Yeah, Wanda, we just don't eat as much. It happens, okay? Which in a way is good, okay? I maintained my weight for several years, okay? Maybe a pound here, a pound there, but you know, nothing big. Okay, I'm not fat. So folks, what do you think? Diddy will be home early next year. Like it or don't, there's nothing you can do about it. All right? The guy has done his time. What he does when he gets out, I don't care. It's not going to put any money in my pocket. Okay? But, you know, let's hopefully that he reform. Let's hope that he becomes a better man. And who's sick wicked? Take your old geezer. Why'd you tell me to where to take it? All right? You want to leave a remark like that. Huh? Only pinpoint a flu strain. You don't find it. Huh? Look at folks, we got 35 likes over here. Okay? You know the problem that I face? I was going to come on at 11 o'clock. Okay? But in the settings on my phone, okay, when I schedule to come live, I can't do 10:30 or 9:30 or 1:30. It's got to be on the hour. I don't know why they don't allow that. I'm sure from a technology standpoint, it's got to be something simple, okay? But I don't know about technology, all right? And I'm going to be honest with you folks. If you're not following me on Instagram, you better. If you want to see me, because I'm going to start doing things, live shows on Instagram. Why? Number one, I got close to 90,000 followers there, okay? I get an average of 100 new followers, and the people over there hit that heart button. Not like here on YouTube, where people don't hit the like button. Okay, Sheridan, you got someone, huh? There's a lot of trolls, Sheridan. I got it. And Mandy's right on top of it. Throw them out, Mandy. All right? And throw out everybody who don't hit the like button. Okay? And throw out everybody who don't subscribe. Okay? Let's get serious over here. Okay? Let's get serious, folks. You don't want to follow me? Don't follow me. Okay? You're not going to hurt me one bit. All right? But I just can't stand laziness that people want to come and watch me, okay, and not leave a comment, not hit the like button, okay? This is why I don't like YouTube. You see, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, it's amazing, but you got loyalists and all those different, and the people are different. Okay, I can't understand why. Okay, like most of us old timers, we began on Facebook. Okay, primarily with family and friends, and then it expanded from there. And now people got thousands of people and on Facebook. Oh, I got 1,000 friends. I got 10,000 friends. Oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. They're not your friends. Do you really know what a friend is? Okay? Folks, having a friend is somebody like having me as your friend. You call me up. I got a problem. And I'm right there to help you. Okay? How many of you have a friend that you can call up and say, I got a problem. I got to see you right away. Okay? Or I need your advice. All right? How many do you have? Okay? If you have 3, if you have only 3, then count your blessings because you're very, very lucky. The Matt asked me, do I pray? You better believe I do, Matt. I pray constantly all day. The first thing I do in the morning is I pray. The last thing I do at night is pray. Okay, I believe in prayer. All right? I do. It works. It helps. And I believe in Jesus Christ, my Savior. Amen. You're right, Mandy. Amen. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. We need more people like you. All right? So, folks, is there anything special on this Monday morning that you want to talk about? You know, what's going on in Iran? We are involved in a war that we should not be. Now, the news is telling you that the number is only 17 of our young men, our soldiers, have become unalive in this war. Folks, we should not have lost one person to become unalive in a war that we have no business being in. And then we got this guy in office who I voted for. He goes to the soccer game in New York yesterday to see what he did. All right? He's a bigger clown than Bozo the Clown. They didn't want him there. Yes. Yes, Damien. Absolutely. Okay? Folks, I don't know. I don't get frightened too often. I don't have fear of anybody. But right now, I do have fear of what's happening to our country. That we got this guy in office that's giving it to a country with only 9 million people. Taking orders from Bibi Netanyahu. What? Why? Only to line his own pockets. Only to do what the Addisons and other people, other multi-billionaires, they give him 100 million, 200 million, okay? That's the only freaking thing he cares about, is how much money he has. He doesn't give a shit about you in any way, shape, or form. I don't like to put down any race. I think everybody should be allowed to come to our country because our country is made up of immigrants. My grandparents came from another country. I'm willing to bet that most of you, all right? Who's that Denzel there right there? Who's that Denzel Washington? Caught me there. So, oh, yeah, I got Denzel here? Oh, my God. Hey, folks, I'm going to tell you again. Hit that goddamn like button, okay? Hit it. Come on. Let's get this number up there, okay? Can you do it? Or are you just a lazy individual that's got no life, no cares, nothing? Okay? All right? Yeah, folks. Baby Netanyahu got Trump into this war. And now he can't get out of it. I guarantee you, Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. It's not that I've been there and I know, okay? Because if they did have it, more than likely they would have used it against Israel already. Now Israel does have multiple nuclear weapons. Yeah, but that's okay. They're allowed to have them? No, but they do. And nobody's saying a goddamn thing or doing a damn thing about it, okay? Because all Bibi wants is all the land around them. That's all he wants. He wants Iran. He wants all those countries. He wants Turkey. He wants all those countries around him. So folks, I don't know how much longer I have on this earth. But, okay, I'm concerned about my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. I'm concerned for your children, your great-grandchildren, and all our relatives that we're going to leave behind. Because by the time Trump is out of office, we're going to be owned by another country. And that's what scared the hell out of me. And yes, I admit, I voted for him. I don't deny that. Not at all. I tell you the truth. I believed what he said he was going to do when he ran for office this time. I believed that he was generally going to help us. All right? But he's done nothing for the United States of America. But he's doing stuff for all other countries, sending billions of dollars to other countries. Just printing the money and sending it to them. He's not the only one. Other president's done the same damn thing. Just not as bad as Trump. Here's Trump, okay? The first time he ran for office, although he said he was a billionaire, he was not a billionaire. But now he's worth over $6 billion. That's what he's accomplished. How much has your wealth gone up since he's been in office? Come on, tell me, all right? Because you can't. You can't answer that question. Yeah, folks, I'm in fear. Come on, folks, all my new subscribers, please leave me a comment that you just subscribed so I can give you a shout out. I like doing that there. I like to show my love and respect towards you all, okay? And if you hit the like button, let me know that you hit the like button, and I'll give you a shout out too, okay? Because folks, one thing about me, I'm very respectful, okay? And I respect all you who come here and watch me, listen to me each and every day. I know sometimes I get upset about certain things, okay? And these are things that we have no control over. It used to be that we had control, that when time came to go and vote, but now they're fixing that there, so you don't even really have that opportunity, okay? Of course, they're masking it and disguising it as another country, okay? That's not it, folks, okay? It's not the other countries that are voting, okay? It's the people in this country. They don't want you to vote. They really don't. Okay? You got midterms coming out. Most people are going to go to the voter, to the ballot box, and they're going to vote red or blue. They don't know who's running, but that's the way they're going to vote. They're going to vote red or blue without giving any thought, doing any research about the individuals, the congressman or senator and other politicians that they're going to vote for. And that is why we have such a terrible, terrible government. You know, stop leasing our money. Leasing. They're not leasing it, they're giving it away. They don't have to pay this money back. You borrow money, you gotta pay it back. I borrow money, I gotta pay it back. These countries aren't paying us back. No. You just give them money. It's not like you're giving them $5, $10. You're giving them several billions, okay? Look at how much we've given Zelensky over there in Ukraine. You know what that number is? It's over $400 billion, folks. Sleep on that for tonight. How many hundreds of billions have we given to Israel? And what do they do with that money? They come right back here to the United States and they own every single one of our congressmen and our senators and our president. You see, with our money, they're buying our government. That's what we need to stop, folks. And we can only do that if we all unite together. I don't care what color you are, red or blue, green, don't make a difference. We gotta stop this for our future generation. Let's make America the land of the brave and the home of the free. Once again, let's stop all this brutality going on in the Middle East because of one little country All right? We're involved because of one little country. It scares the hell out of me, I gotta tell you. So they're saying 17 of our soldiers have become unalive in this war. I guarantee you that number is much, much higher. But we got a drunk in charge of the Department of Defense who does anything Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu wants him to do. Think about that. Think about it, folks. Take a look at the members of this administration. They're not qualified to have these kind of jobs. Being the head of the Department of Defense is a big job. How do you give it to somebody like Pete Exbit? What about the FBI? You got Kash Patel. What? And everybody wants to say, oh, Donald Trump was such a great businessman. Oh, he's become one because he learned how to screw the United States of America. He learned how to make all this money, all these billions, off of your back. Am I the only one that sees this? Okay? You know, people writing about who is Trump going to have replace him? And let's say he survives the whole term, and then the next president election, all right, that he doesn't change all the Constitution, and he steps aside. You think it's going to be J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio? I don't think so. I'm going to tell you who I think he's going to pick. Along with Bibi Netanyahu, Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner. May I say it one more time? Jared Kushner. Look at, they got Jared and his real estate buddy, Witkoff. Iran has said it. All right, negotiating for peace. They're not negotiating for peace. They're negotiating so they could build hotels and resorts over there. That's what they're negotiating. People have already disclosed it. While they're in negotiation, they're not calling Donald Trump. They're calling Bibi Netanyahu right from there. J.D. Vance, when he was there negotiating, picked up his phone and called Bibi, asking him what he should do. And you call this an administration? Huh? You call this the United States administration? I'm sorry I had to go off on that tangent, folks. I'm sorry that I had to bring you the bad news. Okay? I really do. I want to come to you every day in a positive, happy manner. I promise you I will refrain from now on from talking about politics, because it's just heartbreaking and it breaks us, every one of us, down every day. So folks, let's turn it around. Everybody have a happy, positive day. I love you all. I thank you all for coming here. All my love and respect to each and every one of you. But folks, let's start standing up for America, for our country. God bless you all. Take care.